for Arsenal against Swindon Town. I would think this is probably the best final we've had since then. Now ball played on. Boyle's after it. Shilton's out, and Shilton gets it right on the edge of the box. That hadn't been hit quite as firmly. If Boyle had been, well, he was quick enough off the mark. If Shilton maybe hadn't been quite so quick to spot the danger, who knows? Boyle again. Brought down, free kick, and more pressure on Nottingham Forest. And surely Southampton now are going to push every man. Jack in a yellow shirt right forward now. Ball playing it wide for Golac. The whistles come up from the Nottingham Forest fans now. That's significant. Curran now. Can he at last get past Frank Clark? Seeley stopped though, and winning it back. No, Clark knew a little too much for him. Williams, not back to the keeper, surely. Time is the one thing Southampton haven't got at the moment. We're inside the last minute of the game. And it's all over. And Forest become the first side to retrain the Football League Cup. You notice there that Laurie McMenemy went straight across to talk to Brian Clough and Peter Taylor. And indeed, it was a fine final. And a marvellous one for Gary Birtles with 2 goals. And for Southampton, after such a brilliant first half, it turned out to be a very disappointing second one. Alan Ball, who said he was going to enjoy it, whether they won or lost, because Wembley occasions will be few and far between for him from now on. Golac, the number 2, the fullback, his first Wembley appearance. Steve Williams, it looks as though he's got a tear in his eye, that number 4. And the 2 keepers, nice touch. And at Wembley, it's the in the League Cup final, it's the losers who go up first. But what game losers they were. A really fine first half, a goal that was given away that put Forest back en route early in the second half, and then they went flat until they were 3-1 down and seemingly out of it, until Nick Holmes gave them that glimmer of hope. Laurie McMenemy, well, he knows how they battle for him. Get your head up, you heard him see, you saw him say to Terry Gennoe, saying well done to each man of his team. Well, he's not only a good coach, but he's a very good manager, Laurie McMenemy. And Alan Ball comes forward to receive the tankard from Dr. Artemio Franchi, the president of UEFA. Terry Curran. Solid game Malcolm Waldron had too. He's one of the unsung heroes. Terry Gennoe. Phil Boyer. Little Austin Hayes, who was substituted near the end by Tony Seeley. Steve Williams. Chris Nicholl. Well, he'll have a nightmare about the equaliser, I'm sure. And Laurie McMenemy saying well done to the Nottingham Forest players as well, who were sent up those stairs by their manager, Brian Clough. John McGovern, one of the game's great pros, played in all 4 divisions of the Football League before he reached the age of 20, and has followed Brian Clough from Hartlepool to Derby to Nottingham, and I think along the way has picked up a lot of the good things of football, and now he's going to pick up the Football League Cup. So, the kiss, and back to Nottingham it goes. So a little more silverware for the Forest staff to clean. And as Nottingham Forest get their tankards with smiles on their faces. John Robertson there. Southampton are doing their lap of honour. Thumbs up. First club to win the League Cup 2 years running. Hard luck, Southampton, and congratulations to Nottingham Forest.
So, with the Forest players having savoured every moment of the afternoon out there on the pitch, we now join them in their dressing room. And what an afternoon it was for those two strikers of theirs, Tony Woodcock, and first of all, the match winner, Gary Birtles. What was his reaction to the goals in his first Wembley appearance?
Well, I don't think it's still sunk in yet, you know, I'm still getting used to it. It's a bit different from Midland League football, you know, it's a bit of a change.
And they were two good goals. Well, the first one, in fact, was they really handed it to you in a way, didn't they?
Well, Chris Nicholl stood on the ball and I just nipped in front and hit it in the roof of the net, yeah.
Did you feel any nerves at all going out there?
Slightly, yeah. It wasn't too bad, actually. I was quite surprised.
Yes?
Yeah.
Tell me about your history coming to Nottingham Forest, because I think, what, a couple of years ago you were, what, laying tiles, were you?
Tiles, yeah.
Tell me about that. That was, what, in Nottingham? Or?
That was in Nottingham, yeah. I worked for the same firm as my father, and that was about 1976, and the boss came and saw me at Enderby in Leicester, and took me on a month's trial, and it just worked out from there.
He was recommended to us from the local club next door to us, and then I popped along to have a look at him in a match. Didn't get a kick. We pursued it, and eventually we took him on trial, and you know, for a few £1,000. It's all part and parcel of management, Brian. The same ability of Peter Taylor goes into judging Gary Birtles as judging Trevor Francis, whether it's 2,000 or whether it's 1 million.
Yes, but he paid you back today.
I think he's paid us back all season, actually. He paid me back personally before he got in the first team, because he was my squash partner. What are you laughing at? That's true, he was my squash partner. Yeah? Yeah. And if he doesn't start getting 3, he'll be my squash partner again.
Here's Tony Woodcock, who scored the important third goal. Smiles everywhere, no wonder. I mean, it's been a funny old season for you with an absence of goals, and then suddenly they've started to come at the right time.
Yeah, ever since I was left out a few weeks ago, it's been going pretty well for me. You know, my performance as well as the goals.
What did you feel about Forest's performance today?
I thought it was great, second half especially. You know, we came in at half-time, 1 goal down. The manager said, if we just step it up, you know, we're going to win 3-1. And we got an early goal, and we never looked back ever since.
Did you feel if you just stepped it up, it was good enough to win it for you?
Yeah, if we just sort of knocking it around like the manager said, we just held on to it for a fraction longer, keep possession for a while. He said the goals would start coming, you know, and like I say, 3, possibly 5 goals for us.
Really? Mind you, the goal you got was it was a lovely turn, a difficult angle for you.
Yeah, I think it was a good team goal, really. You know, we knocked it about on the right-hand side of the penalty box. Must have been half a dozen passes or so, and I had to check out. I think it was Archie who slipped the ball through to me, and I just had the simple task of just knocking it past the keeper.
And Gary Birtles too, tell me what it's like playing alongside Gary.
Yeah, I think we're just starting to get an understanding together. You know, the past few matches, you know, we're starting to work well together, and the goals seem to be coming.
You seem very cool and relaxed about it all after a Wembley performance like that.
Yeah, well, we're getting used to it now.
No. So where did things change basically at half-time? What was the message from in here?
The message was that a ball is our tools of the trade at football, just like you'd be no good without this microphone. We were no good without the ball. Southampton had it more than us. When we got it, we were giving it away, so it was a balmy situation. That was put right in about 30 seconds at half-time. After that, we just relaxed.
Frank Clark, you were pleased to say...
I thought Frank Clark was the best player on the field today. His consistency was a credit to him and an example to everybody else. A 35-year-old to play in a second cup final in a year was nothing short. And he made some of the younger players look amateurs on occasion.
He's 35.
He's 35. He's done well. He's had a few stitches, as you've gathered. And he's looking forward, I think, to European Cup football on Wednesday, as we all are.
But now you've got European football next year, which is the great bonus to come out of the game like
that was essential. We pride ourselves on wanting to qualify through the league, obviously. But we've, you know, made doubly sure today.
One thing I've got to ask you is how it was that you didn't walk out with the team at the start of the day.
I discussed it with Peter about a week ago, and I said to him, I said, you know, he needs exercise more than I do, Brian. I play squash and he's putting weight on, like. I'm only kidding. Discussed it with him a week ago, and I said it would do you good to get out with him this time. And I didn't actually see him walk out, obviously, because we were bringing up the rear. But he's part and parcel of it very much, and why not? They wouldn't let us both go out.
You asked?
No, we didn't ask this year. We asked last year, and having been refused last year, we didn't give them the chance to say no again this year.
But it was your way of saying well done to him.
Oh, it's absolutely magnificent of Peter to take this side out. He was responsible for 3/4 of them.
We came at half-time very, very pleased with the way we played. And second half, they came out very, very positive. Surprised me a little bit. And before we'd settled down, they'd equalised. And from then on, to give them credit, they played really, really well.
Yes. You seemed to boss so much of the midfield in the first half.
Yeah, well, as we say, we went out, we went at them, we went after them, we got the goal we wanted. As I say, in all credit to them, it was a game of two halves, and in all credit to them, they came out second half. I think because they had to, and we were disappointed in ourselves because from playing good football, getting at them, hitting them on the break a little bit, we started giving the ball away, and consequently, if you give the ball away here, you're going to be in a lot of trouble because it takes a long time to get it back.
But you seem to be doing your best to gee everybody up in the second half. We had some marvellous shots of you really going around, you know, showing your fist and so on. Was it just impossible to get a response out of Southampton in the second half?
Not really, no. The lads did the best they could. They got a grip of the game, and in all fairness, it's hard to wrest it from them because, let's be fair, they're a good side. These are supposed to be the best side in Europe. And we're learning an awful lot. We've got a lot of people who are the first time here today. I think possibly it may have shown second half, but we'll learn from it.
And Forrest looking a little more aggressive in the second half. Here's Robertson now. Can he get a shot in? Oh! And a goal there! Barrett. Now Birtles. Going all the way, Birtles! Well, the first club to win the League Cup 2 years running. Hard luck, Southampton, and congratulations.